Alright, welcome back to video number 2. We are currently 3-0 in this draft. Let's see if we can keep that streak going. Privilege of ranks. If only there was a way to discard this. So let's redraw that. It's a 1-land hand. Certainly not good enough. 2 Justice Sigils. We have nothing that we can play on the first 2 turns, so we do need to get some luck in our next 2 draws. We also can't play the Countess for at least 2 more turns because I have 0 Shadow Influence. The best draw in the game right now would be a Shadow Sigil. Nope, don't get it. Alright. Alright. So it's been like a day and a half since the last video that I made. I think on my first, if I remember correctly, on my first game, my opponent got mana screwed. The second game, my opponent got mana screwed. The third game, I got mana screwed. And on the fourth game, I'm getting mana screwed. So, wow, that's quite the turn. I don't know if my opponent wants to waste a Predatory Instinct to kill a 1/1 flyer. Like, he could have just attacked me. Or I guess he's worried that I trade with his 3/1. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. It doesn't really matter though. I don't think that was the optimal play, but I think he's gonna win anyway because obviously I'm still stuck on 2 lands. Can we mount a comeback? Well, let's try. Let's try. Yeah, the amount of games that are just being decided by mana screw is astounding. In fact, in this particular draft, 4 out of 4 games. Let's trade with the 3/1, just because it does the most damage. We'll take our 4 and go to 6. So if my opponent doesn't have anything amazing to play right now, we could potentially come back. So here's the thing. If he has a removal spell, he would have used it on the Direfang Spider, I feel like. So I'm hoping he doesn't have one. And if he doesn't, he can't attack me. And he's not attacking me, so this is very good news. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually just Dark Return and bring back the Direfang Spider. I think that is not the best use of the Dark Return, but I think because I'm so constrained on mana, power, I'm going to be tapping out over the next X number of turns as soon as I draw power, so I don't think I have time to cast Dark Return in the next few turns. So we've blunted our opponent's offense. Oh, yeah, I can't play the Extract. That's kind of too bad. If we draw another Shadow and we can play Extract and gain 3 life, and then look for another land, I think we would actually stabilize this game. This is very good. Let's just go ahead and do that. This is much, much needed. I would still like to draw the Shadow Sigil, but this is pretty good. My opponent has 5 cards in his hand. He's not attacking me, so I don't know why. I don't know what cards. Like, they're clearly not removal because he would have just killed me if they were removal spells. If there were combat tricks, he would attack into me, I think. So are they just all cards that he can't play because he's splashing a 3rd color and he's gotten, like, he's got are those all shadow cards and he just didn't have any Shadow Sigil? I don't know, but here I think I can start getting frisky, right? 4, 6, no, not good enough. But this one is 3, 5. He needs to block with 3 things to trade with this. No, I don't think we need to. Let's just put another threat on the table. I think the plan is to put the shield on either the Countess or the Horu Fledgling, which allows me to go in for damage in the air. I'm just going to continue to expand my board, actually. I'm a little bit afraid of what my opponent has. Maybe he's waiting for a second blue to cast Ice Quake and just wipe my board and wipe his, and that's why he's stockpiling his units. That's too bad. That's actually kind of problematic. I don't have anything that can deal with the flyer. Oh, no, I do. Alright. we're still hanging in there. Let's start getting frisky. He'll have to trade me 2 units for this. And I still have enough blockers. I'll let the 1 damage through if I have to. Nah, let's not do that. Because if he has a removal spell and then he attacks, then I'm taking too much damage. I think we are definitely just trying not to die here. Okay, we'll block. If he has a combat trick, then he has a combat trick. I can't do anything about it. Oh, ouch, that does 2 damage to me. That's very scary. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Do we want to put it on a unit and attack him? No, I think we'll just play the ranger here and leave up strength of many for any reason. What if he has an alliterate, for example? But that's unlikely. It's a rare. We really do need to draw a second shadow sigil, though. Really, really badly. We could get frisky, though. We could try and attack him with a 4-3 and see if he blocks. If he double blocks, then... Oh, perfect. Alright. Good timing. Ooh, very good timing. Well, in this case, let's just play the 6-6 and then pass the turn. On the following turn, what I'm going to do is put the shield onto the 3-3 and attack him with both, because then he can't block either of them. And we're doing 10 damage a turn. I'm still very afraid of what my opponent has in his hand. He has 5 cards, and he hasn't played these cards the entire game. Is he really just waiting for, like, a missing time or a primal or a missing... Oh, come on. Another justice. Well, anyway, let's just swing in. I would love to gain some life to get out of basically a torch range. He is primarily Praxis, so a torch is very likely. 2, 4, 5 attackers, 2, 4, 6 blockers. He needs 2 removal spells. Is he just stockpiling removal? It's possible that he's just stockpiling a bunch of removal spells or combat tricks. Come on, give me another shadow, please. Sure. We're gonna have to burn a strength of many to burn through this thing, because I don't want him to block with it every turn. Better than doing an extra 8 damage, because I would really like to get this out of the way. Okay, again, a life slinker. You know what? I just realized I made a really big mistake. Next turn, I should have attacked with the Cutthroat with Lifesteal and then pumped it and do like 13 damage or 14 damage and gain 14 life. That would have been the best play. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I always realize my mistakes after I make them. Is there anything here that I don't mind sacking? I think I'll just sack this 2-2. And we'll shoot this 1-4. Okay. And then we're gonna swing with these. I'm just gonna trade the 2-2 and gain 2 life. I think the life is so important to me right now. Yeah, that could have been 14 life. That was pretty stupid, wasn't it? I think next turn I can just attack him with everything. I don't understand what my opponent has in his hand. He's flooded like crazy. He's got 12 power. And we are screwed and stuck on 1 shadow. But then we got mana screwed for, I don't know, 3 or 4 turns. I don't remember. So, are they just all lands in his hand? Oh, that's basically another power source. So, I believe on game 3, I got power screwed, and my opponent got mana flooded. And this game, it looks like I also got power screwed, and my opponent got power flooded. So, oh, yes. This is so much needed. Let's just go ahead and... No, I think he's dead. I do 10 damage in the air, right? Okay, so he gains for life. That's fine. He's dead next turn no matter what, unless he kills me on the attack. So I'm gonna use this just to gain some life. The question is, do I hit him or do I hit this 3-3? I think I'm just gonna hit the 3-3. Yeah, I don't want another green. I want to... Oh, I got the shadow actually, so that's fine. Let's just shoot this 1/2. It's basically free to kill. And my opponent is dead. He's drawn 14 power to my 6. So when I have 8 extra useful cards, it's no wonder that I win the game. But with that said, my opponent's units are pretty subpar. A lot of these units are very weak, 2 mana 2/2s. My opponent hasn't actually played a single unit that is a very powerful threat. So I think his unit quality is a little low out of the cards that I've seen. Maybe he has some bombs in his deck that he just never drew because he drew all power. But I do feel like the last 4 games has basically just been power screw, power flood, power flood. And I get 4 wins out of it. Not the most proud wins, but I am pretty proud that we stuck with this game and fought the good fight and survived through the power screw. It was pretty dicey being at 3 life. I think if I had not made the mistake with the Strength of Many and simply used it on my Cutthroat, then there was no chance that I can lose this game. Whereas the way I played it, there was a very good chance that he draw a burn spell and he just burns me out. So that was certainly a misplay. Alright. I still haven't played the event this weekend. I think the event is not really quite worth it. All the prizes just packs, and I don't really need packs. As you guys have seen from one of my other videos, I have 114 packs or something like that I didn't even bother open. So I would really prefer to have more events that have really interesting special rules. I think the last 2 events were really cool. The one where all the multi-faction cards cost 1 less, that was really fun. And then the one before that, where all of the cards, the one before that where you drew an additional card per turn, that was also really fun. I wish there was more events like that. Alright. This is a very long queue. What I'm going to do is end this video, and then I'm just to cut out this waiting time, and then I will start the next video when the game starts.